We are nearing the end of 2 months of household renovations. After living in this house for 6 years, we finally have 2 bathrooms. I can't emphasize how important and wonderful that is. All that's left is some painting, which I'm slowly chipping away at. I've been coaching my daughter's soccer team, and I take my son to his swimming lessons on the weekend. My daughter's also in preschool now, so sometimes I have to do prep work for that. And when I actually do get a little bit of free time, I like to sit down and enjoy a nice Agatha Christie mystery novel. So when I get text messages, tweets, and emails from Oilers fans asking me to reassure them that everything's going to be okay, I can't help but think, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I'll take one more crack at it. Now, obviously, since the first game of the season, the Oilers have struggled. And there are several reasons for that.
Everything is happening.
More specifically, everything bad is happening. I mentioned a lot of these potential problems in my season preview, but the thing is, they're all happening at once. First of all, the Oilers' goaltenders have not been sharp. I know a lot of people are claiming that Talbot was so great last year that he made a bad Oilers team look good. But the thing is, if Talbot was even average so far this year, the Oilers would have a better record. Edmonton has had at least one period in each of the last 4 games where they badly outshot the other team and were outscored in that period. Part of the problem is, even though the Oilers aren't giving up many chances, when they do, they are grade A opportunities. The Oilers have been hit by injuries right out of the gate, the most notable being Leon Draisaitl. Maroon, Lucic, and Kassian have all been very undisciplined, taking useless, stupid penalties. This wouldn't be so bad, but it's magnified because the PK has been absolutely brutal. While I'm on the topic of special teams, the power play has been weak as well. The players are static and forcing plays, even McDavid, rather than moving around or whipping the puck around to get the other team out of position. Now, I think that the reason that so many Oilers fans are all worked up about this 1-4 start is because they're looking at it through the lens of past Oilers seasons. So I think what we should do is take a look at some other teams to get some perspective. Last season, the Philadelphia Flyers won 10 games in a row. What's significant about that is that they became the first team to do that and miss the playoffs. The season before, the Anaheim Ducks won 1 of their first 10 games. They went on to win the Pacific Division. That same year, in mid-December, the Pittsburgh Penguins were out of a playoff spot. They fired their coach and went on to win the Stanley Cup. The year before that, the Ottawa Senators were 14 points out of the playoffs in mid-February, and they won 23 of their final 31 games to qualify for the postseason. I know that these are extreme examples, but I think you understand the point that I'm driving at. Here's a more recent illustration that's far more moderate. The 3 teams that I picked to finish 29th, 30th, and 31st this year have a combined record so far of 14 wins and 5 losses. Seasons have ups and downs. Yeah, if this was the playoffs, the Oilers would be in trouble. Actually, they would be eliminated because they would have lost 4 games to 1 in a best-of-7 series. But this is not the playoffs. It's the regular season. And the season is so long. It's actually too long, in my opinion. I feel that if they cut it down to 70 games, the quality of play would be much better, but that's another story for another time. The Oilers will ride this out. And whether that starts tonight against the Blackhawks, Saturday against the Flyers, or next week against the Penguins. So if I can give you a word of advice, just be patient.